Hello everyone, thank you for joining on my live streaming today. So it's the 12th of June 2020 on Friday. So, alright, happy Friday to everyone. Alright, I hope you had a great week today and I hope you're having a great weekend over this weekend. Alright, so let's talk about some market based on my own strategy today. So every Fridays I talk about my own strategy and I talk about the market based on my own strategies. So today, as the title says, I will focus on the Bollinger Band expansion and band walking is a topic that I want to touch on today. Okay, so this is my own strategy, but basically, right, if you're new to my channel, my name is Kei first of all, and welcome to my channel. And I am a Japanese Forex trader based in Tokyo, Japan, and also a mentor of Forex. Alright, and I do lives almost every day, right? So this is actually the weekly program guide that you can follow. So every Fridays will be Kei's trading strategy, my own strategy, and I will talk about how I look at the Bollinger Band, how I use the Bollinger Bands, and also how I take trades, right, based on the expansion. Alright, so if you liked this topic already, and if you liked today's live, please press the good button before you leave. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, so that you get notified as I do these lives every day. So yeah, today is going to be the Bollinger Band walking that I'll be talking about. And also tomorrow, right, I already put the notification on the YouTube, but tomorrow I will talk about the CIS, who is another great trader in Japan. So I already talked about BNF, the trader called BNF in Japan, who is absolutely a great trader. But tomorrow I will touch on CIS because I got a couple requests to talk about him. So I will talk about his mindset and also his strategy and also his history of how he has been doing, how he started his trades, and also where he's at right now. So I wish you can join tomorrow's live as well. So every Saturdays will be psychology or money management, which I talk about, and later there will be a Ichimoku membership live. But today is going to be the KTS, and I will talk about the Bollinger Bands and particularly, right, how I take trades, how I look for the trading edges when it's expanding upwards or downwards. Alright, so let's see who's here. Alright, since today is a Friday, there's no membership live, so let's see. Alright, thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you. Alright, good to see you. I can see lots of names here as well. Happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Good to see you. Alright. Alright, so let's check out some markets today, right? And before starting anything here, just to make sure that all these contents are based on my own experience, right? That's a disclaimer. So whenever you take trades, please do at your own risks. Okay. Sorry, my throat is not really in a good condition right now, so sorry about that. So yeah, today is on Friday, on the 12th of June. So here is a checklist, right? Here is the checklist of the currency pairs that I usually look at. And right now I see USD to be downtrend in the daily chart, and also AUD/USD to be uptrending right now. So whenever you look at my channel and whenever you look at my video, the ones that are highlighted in red is actually the one that it's on the trend. So based on the KTS, right, my own strategy, right, the rest is basically in the range, right? There is no trend up or downwards on 4-hour chart or daily chart, right? There might be some trend in 1-hour chart or lower time frames. So in those minor time frames, there might be some trend, but on this checklist right here, on this watch list right here, I only look at the 4-hour chart and daily chart as a major trend. So yeah, right now I see that the USD CAD down on the daily chart and AUD USD to be uptrend on the daily chart too. Alright. Thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you. Good to see you. Alright. Thank you for joining. Even if this is the Happy Friday. Yeah. It's great. It's great. Alright. Okay. So let's check out some markets first of all. So let's pick up these two currency pairs first, right? So let's take a look at the USD CAD. So right now USD CAD daily chart is downtrend, right? As you can see that the Kumo itself is moving down, and Senko span B is technically flat right now, but Senko span A is moving down, and Kijun Sen is moving down also. Right, so this is the downtrend. Right now, yesterday it was a bullish candle, but now this is a bearish candle. And because these Senko span A and Kijun Sen being downtrend, this is a downtrend in my strategy. So if you know, if you are new to my strategy as well, right, I have a PDF that is available on the link below. And so I created the checklist, what I call the KTS, case trading strategy here on the PDF, which is available for free on anybody. And also I created how I look at the chart. Every time I look at the chart, how I analyze it in different time frames, and also how I capture the trend, and also how I take trades, right, based on these indicators and tools. So if you missed that video in the past, there is a playlist called KTS. So you can always come back to that playlist, which is available for anyone also. And based on this PDF, you can watch those archives, right, video archives, and you can always learn from my past videos. Okay. So today I will talk about the Bollinger Band and expansion. I already talked about squeeze earlier by running the Forex Tester 4, so you can check that one. But today I want to talk about Bollinger Band expansion. So eventually I will talk about everything, right? Everything about my trading strategy and also trading edges to capture. So I am a trend follower first of all. I always take trades whenever there's a trend in bigger time frames. So and these are actually tools and indicators that I use when I see the trend in bigger time frames. So I take either a 15-minute chart or a 5-minute chart to take trades. And actually the stop loss is based on these time frames. But I ride on the trend in bigger time frames, which are 30-minute time frame or above, 1 hour, 4-hour chart or daily chart. Sometimes I follow the weekly chart too. When I see the trend on the weekly chart, I follow that too. But the time frame that I take trades are basically either a 50-minute chart or a 5-minute chart, depending on how the market is moving and how each one of these indicators are reacting to the market. I pick up either 50-minute chart or 5-minute chart to take trades. All right, so let's see. So let's check out the market right now, right? So right now in this USD CAD, right, this is a downtrend because the Kumo is moving down, and again Senko span A is moving down, right? It's moving down, and the Kijun Sen is moving down too. So the price has been broken, this Tenkan-sen upwards, but I see that this is still downtrend because this is these lines are still moving down, and also there is a gap in between Chikou span and candles too, right? When the Chikou span start to overlap with the candles, most likely this is into the range, right? But when you see Chikou span to be still far from the candles, this is also the the confirmation of this continuous downtrend. So in that sense, this is still downtrend to me too, right, on this daily chart. So let's check out some smaller time frames. Like let's pick up the 1 hour time frame. So based on the 1 hour, this is uptrend, or this is consolidating right now, right? The Kumo is flat, right? Senko span B flat, Senko span A is retracing, and now it's like sideways, right? So as you can see here, the price is retracing backwards, and now it's consolidating on this 1 hour chart. And you see that the Chikou span is getting closer to the candles, which also indicates that the bullish momentum is not really strong enough. So how I look at the market in this case is that first of all, I will wait for downtrend confirmation, right? If the price breaks downwards on this Kumo, then this might be continued to downwards, right? But if the price keeps going upwards this way, then this will be the continuous uptrend. But right now, we're not really sure which way the price is gonna go, because the Kumo itself is flat, right? Kijun Sen flat, and Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen is almost dead crossing right now, right? And also Chikou span is getting closer to the candles. So this is somewhere that I don't want to take trades. Yeah, even if I see the downtrend in the daily chart, I don't want to take trades because I don't see any confirmations for its downtrend, right? So I would at least wait for the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen dead cross to look for the sell chance. And then soon enough, right, the Chikou span will break the candles downwards. And also finally, the price will break the Kumo downwards if it's going to be Sanyaku Gyakuten signal here. So I think until then, I just keep holding, right? I don't think I will look at the sell chance until then. And this is based on my Ichimoku analysis here. So usually when I look at the bigger time frames, which are 30-minute time frame or above, I usually look at the Ichimoku to capture the bigger picture of the market, because Ichimoku really helps to me to capture the bigger term, a bigger trend in the market. And yeah, so for that, right, so if you're more interested in Ichimoku knowledge, then I run the Ichimoku community, right, which is the monthly subscription over the YouTube. And if you see the join button on your new YouTube platform, that's where you can join on this Ichimoku community. And the details are actually on the link below too. So you can click on the link below and you can see all the details like this on this page, where you can get the Ichimoku Basic Master Book that I wrote as one of the perks. And also you can have the member-only live streams every week, and also Ichimoku member Discord and more here. So if you're interested more about deeper knowledge of Ichimoku, then this will be the one for you. Alright, but if you're interested more towards my own strategy, then I run the GTS, which is actually every 3 months I run this. So right now, July to September sessions are all full now. So the next one will be coming on October. So you can always write me an email if you're interested to join this GTS, so that you can have the intensive 3 month with a limited group of number of traders, and I will exclusively talk about my own strategy. Okay, so yeah, so today I talk about Ichimoku and my own strategy too. So this is the 1 hour chart. So I look at the Ichimoku and I capture the whole view of the market, right? So how do I take trades will be actually based on my own experience and my own strategy. And sometimes I look at the Bollinger Band. So, alright, so let me see if everybody's on the same page right now. Alright, good to see you everyone, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Alright, good to see you. I see some Japanese there. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Alright, good to see you. Alright, so let's see. Yeah. So yeah, the price for the GTS will be announced in July sometime. Yeah, the next one, I think I will refine this GTS more, and I will let you know through the YouTube or on this website about the new contents and price here. Okay. So yeah, let me pull up the Bollinger Band, right? And let me talk about the Bollinger Band expansion and how you can ride on a trend while it's Bollinger Band band walking. Okay, so here is a 5-minute chart with this Bollinger Band here. All right. Oh, first of all, let me ask you how many years or months of experience you have in Forex or stocks or any trades. Let me ask you one question here, because I just wanted to know what kind of levels you are in terms of trading. So if you're in front of the PC or mobile, please let me know what your experiences are, so that I can adjust the way I explain this strategy. So yeah, I started to take trades, right? While I'm waiting for the answer, I will just talk about myself. But I started to take trades about like 7 years ago, and you can read all about that on this about and profile. You can come to this profile page where I talk about everything about my life. I mean, after I went to US and how I became a full-time trader, everything, right, will be here. I even put some of my records on this past 7 years, year-to-year basis. But yeah, if you're interested on myself, you can just come to this profile page. Actually, the link is on the description below too. So you can click on that and you can see my past history. Alright, so let's see. Alright, 2 years plus. Okay. Alright, hold on. Okay, 3 months since 2013. Okay, so it's same as myself. 2 years, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Okay, 1 year. Stocks around 10 years. Alright, 1 year in cryptocurrencies. Okay, 2 years. Okay, mixed success. Alright, 1 year in Forex, almost a year. Okay, 2+ years. Alright, 2 years, 1 year. Okay, 10 years. Oh, okay, that's a quite longer time. 10 years. 2 months in Forex. Alright, stocks in 1 year. New to Forex trading. Okay, 3 years, 7 years, 6 months, 2 years. So yeah, it looks like there's a lot of variations here now. Yeah, all the way from 10 years to like a couple of months here. Alright, 6 months, Forex 1 month, and stocks 20 years. Okay, so check this, you're basically moving to Forex market now. Yeah, because I only talk about Forex. Mainly I talk about Forex, so maybe that will catch people's attention on how to take Forex tradings. Yeah, 1 to 2 years, okay, since 2013. So it's the same as myself. Alright. Alright, need to summarize everything, alright? Alright. It's 10 months, alright? 1 year Forex, 3 years, 2.5 years. All right, 2 months, 3 years, new. Okay, okay. So looks like looks like we have different backgrounds, and the variation is like very wide here. So yeah, let me talk about Bollinger Band expansion. In the way that it's simple and it's understandable, because I see that there are still, there are traders who are new to this forex market or stock markets. So yeah, I look at the Bollinger Band squeeze and expansion to take trades in smaller time frames, like I said before. So sometimes Bollinger Band squeeze, sometimes it expands, right? As you might know. So this is the period that I use is the 20 period, right, on this Bollinger Band, and I put the deviation 2, and that's what I usually use, right? So again, I use a period 20 with deviations 2 on Bollinger Bands. So the center line will be 20 SMA on the red one, and also the green ones are actually what we call the bands in Bollinger Bands. Okay. So, and what I mean by the band walking is actually in this area, in these areas, where the price has been going up, right, above this 20 SMA, right, and this is actually the confirmation of its continuous trend direction in these smaller time frames. Okay, so let's say if you see a downtrend in bigger time frame, let's say 1 hour chart is moving down, by looking at the Kumo direction and Senko span BA and Kijun Sen, let's say everything's moving down. In that case, this will be a great chance to sell, right? Great chance to look for the sell, because the downtrend is quite strong in this smaller time frame. So I will look for the sell chance in any places like here. All right, or if you see the uptrend in bigger time frame, right, I will look at this Bollinger Band walking. Actually, I can include this part too, because the price has been above this 20 SMA, and it's been going upwards this way, right? So until the price breaks the Senko span, not the Senko span, SMA 20 downwards, right? This is the uptrend. So in that sense, this was the potential end of the downtrend, of the uptrend, right? And also this one right here, or or also the potential end of this uptrend. So again, as long as the price being above the 20 SMA, right, as long as the price breaks the recent high even upwards, and it keeps going upwards this way between the 20 SMA and Bollinger Band deviation 2, this is what I call the Bollinger Band band walking. And whenever I see this move, I look for the pushbacks, right? I look for pushbacks and take buys, right? I don't take buy on these higher levels, right? These are not the ones that you don't want to take a buy, because most likely if the price touches on this deviation 2, you can expect the market retrace, right? You can expect the market retrace every time. So I would look for the buy chance where the price gets cheaper, right? And I can so that I can set it off on a higher price. So I look for the retracement, and as long as the price being above this Senko span, I keep saying Senko span, but SMA 20, right, on this 5-minute chart or 50-minute chart, I continuously look for the buy chance. And this is exactly how I look at this Bollinger Band walking here. Alright. Okay, I see a comment here. Yeah, personally, I don't use Heikin Ashi. So, yeah, if I start to take trades in stocks, maybe I will. But now, I prefer the candlestick patterns. So I don't really use Heikin Ashi right now. But you're true, right? Heikin Ashi is originated in Japan too. And also Renko Ashi is originated in Japan too. So, yeah. Maybe I can talk about that in one of my future videos. By looking at your record, I think I failed completely. I still struggle to make profit, and you already a mentor and made fortune. Sure. yeah. So it was a struggle for me, right? For the 1.5 or 2 years, it was a struggle for me. Yeah. All right. Okay, 1 month new. All right. Since 2013. New from Texas, right? Almost 2 years, but feeling a newbie. All right. Are you using Bollinger Band in smaller time frame for confirmation? Yes. So I look at the Bollinger Band. I take Bollinger Bands in smaller time frames, which are 5 or 15-minute chart, and look for where the Bollinger Band walking is actually happening in the market. Yeah, 2 months, 1 year. All right. Thank you for your answer. Clear about Bollinger Band walking. Okay, clear. All right. Wait to hear that. Where to put the stop loss? So stop loss, I use it, place it as a PDF says, right? I even talked about that on this PDF and also my past lives and videos. But the stop loss strategy is like here. So if you download this PDF and if you can look at this 11th page, you can see this again. Right, but basically I put the stop loss slightly above the recent low, recent high, slightly above the recent high when it's downtrend, or slightly below the recent low when it's going upwards in smaller time frames. All right. So yeah, band walking is actually quite strong and profound indication for myself to keep riding on the trend, because that's when you see the market is spiking downwards or upwards. So in other words, you can be time efficient, right? In small amount of time, you can actually expect the bigger reward in short time, and that's why I look at the Bollinger Bands, right? Every time I see the market being Bollinger Band walking, like in these areas, right? This is a 5-minute chart, right? This is a 5-minute chart. So it goes up quite strongly, or it goes downwards quite strongly here. So this is a great timing to actually look for the sell chance too, right? Because it can be time efficient. All right. Hi Maru-san, thank you for joining and great to see you again. All right. I don't look at the volumes. Yeah, I don't look at the volumes in because this isn't Forex and I don't look at the volumes. If I were to take trades on stocks, maybe I will be looking at the volumes, but I don't look at it on Forex. But the problem is how I can understand before the market reversal and how to identify before the sideway. Yeah, so that's actually, to me, I don't know either. Yeah, I'm not really here to capture or predict the potential, the reversal, right? The market might reverse, it might not, and we're not really sure. But one thing for sure is that as long as the bigger time frame is going down, right? This is a downtrend. That's one thing for sure, right? And that's why, when you see a downtrend in bigger time frame, in smaller time frames too, you can expect the price breaking the recent low even downwards this way. And Bollinger Band walking is actually one of the confirmations for its continuous uptrend or downtrend in smaller time frames. Yeah. Alright. Please make a video on a Heikin Ashi, Renko Ashi. Yeah, I will. On one of future lives, I will. Yeah. Okay. First, maybe I will have to look at how they have been introduced in English. Then, yeah, maybe I will give my thoughts to you. How to confirm the pushback or not. So you can draw lines, right? You can draw lines and confirm the pushback or pullbacks. Sometimes the market reacts by this 20 SMA upwards. So that will be another thing that you can keep your eyes on. Or it might be reacted by the Tenkan-sen too. If you're using Ichimoku, the price might be bounced off of the Tenkan-sen. So that will be another confirmations too. So there is nothing, right? No indicator that works 100%. So instead, we have to change our mindset, right, to which indicator has been actually reacted by the market, right? Is the right question to ask. Sometimes the market resonates with this 20 SMA in this part, right? Sometimes it might be resisted by the trend line or Tenkan-sen, and it depends on the market. Can Ichimoku be used in the daily chart in stocks? Yes, of course. Yes. Ichimoku is originally created based on the stock market, so and the daily chart. So yeah, Ichimoku is I think it should be efficient in the daily chart. Yeah. Yeah, repeater figures. I didn't have time to post them. Yeah. Yeah. When I started the live, I realized that it's already time, so I just turn this on. So next time, tomorrow, I will change these dolls to Raputa. Right now, this is these dolls are actually, yeah. How to say, like Sen to Chihiro, right? I think the English title will be Spirited Away. Anyways, I will talk about that in some other time. All right. Let's see. I don't look at the 1 minute. I don't look at the 1 minute chart because there are too many noises in 1 minute, so I don't look at it. I'm more interested in Ichimoku theory than the actual trading. Okay. So I think, yeah, the Ichimoku community was the one for you, which you're already joining. So, yeah. Hi, Mr. K, please, can you explain later using this Bollinger Band gold trend today? Okay, I think the gold is still range in bigger time frames. So, yeah, let me just focus on the ones that are on the trend right now. So on USD CAD daily chart, this is downtrend, and AUD USD, this is daily chart upwards, right? So let me talk about the AUD USD next, right? So AUD USD daily chart, this is moving up, and as you can see it on the daily chart, right, the Kumo has been moving up, right? Senko span A is moving up, and the Kijun Sen is also moving up too. So this is a uptrend on this bigger term, right? In this longer term, this is uptrend, right? Senko span B is flat right now, but Senko span A, Kijun Sen are moving up. So this is the uptrend in a daily chart. So let's take out some smaller time frame, right? So in this 1 hour chart, however, this is flat right now, and on this 30-minute chart, Also, this is flat, right? So daily chart's moving up, but because these smaller time frames are moving down, I mean moving flat, I don't look for the buy chance yet. I will wait for the price to break upwards and start to look for the buy chance by following the daily chart major trend. Yeah, so but however, right, we see that there are some, we might see some downtrend in smaller time frame in this case. So let's see. Yeah, this is a 5-minute chart on this AUD/USD, and there was a uptrend, temporary uptrend. Now it's consolidating, right? But the let me take out the Bollinger Band again and see if we see any Bollinger Band walking or not in this particular move. Okay, so here is a 5-minute chart on this AUD/USD. So right here was an uptrend, right? Right here was an uptrend in this short term, and you can see that the price has been above, roughly above this SMA 20, right? So the red line is actually SMA 20, and what I call band walking is actually the price being above the 20 SMA, and it keeps going upwards this way, right? As a N wave, it keeps going upwards this way. So yeah, this is a continuous uptrend on this smaller time frame, and this is the band walking actually, right? But right, we don't see any uptrend in smaller time frames, so most likely I won't take buy chance on this one because it might twist backwards anytime soon, right? There is no trend in the market, so even if I see the uptrend in the smaller time frames, I don't take trades, right? Or I don't look at this Bollinger Band walking in this particular situation. All right, so let's see. Ichimoku together with Bollinger Band can be used for daily trading in stocks and index options. I think so, yes. Yes. Yeah, not only Ichimoku, but also you can combine the Bollinger Band strategies on stocks and index options. I think so, yeah. When you trade a 5-minute chart, do you consider higher time frames? Yes, yes. I make sure to write on the higher time frame trend. Yeah, in other words, I only look at the smaller time frames whenever there is a trend in higher time frames. Do you use fundamentals also? Yes, I do. I do. There is a link also below on the description where you can find my explanation on how I take trades on fundamentals or how I look at the fundamental news. So you can enjoy that content later. Hi Kay, based on your experience, what success rate for entry at the pullback? Success rate, sometimes it goes as low as like 40%, 50%. So, and yeah, I don't really look at the winning rate. So, yeah, in that sense, I'm not really sure about the success rate. Sometimes it drops all the way down to like 40%. Yeah, but the thing is that the I always look for the breakout of the recent high upwards, as long as a major trend is uptrend. So let's say I place a buy here, and if I fail, then I still look for the buy chance and expect the price to renew the recent high even upwards this way. So in that case, right, if I fail once and if I win next time, my winning rate can be like 50%, right? 50%. Or if I challenge it twice buy, and if I challenge the third time and win overtime, it will be like 33.3% winning rate. So yeah, I look for the breakout and I don't really look for the winning rate in that sense. But my rule is that if I lose like 3 consecutive times, then I will just just close the PC and I won't look at the chart anymore on that day. So yeah, so here is the typical example of the breakout. I mean the breakout while it's Bollinger Band walking, and also you can see another band walking here too, right? On this downtrend, the price has been below the 20 SMA and it has been going downwards too, right? So this is another great example of this continuous downtrend. So as long as the price being below this 20 SMA, right, goes downwards, and this breakout of the 20 SMA might be the signal for the retracement upwards. So this can be the exit timing here, right? If you place a sell here, then this change of this price breaking this 20 SMA upwards on these smaller time frames will be one of the confirmations to take exit here. But as long as the price goes downwards, right below 20 SMA, and goes along with this deviation 2 of Bollinger Bands, right, there is no reason to take profit yet. All right, I hope it makes sense to everyone. Could we use it for scalping? I don't really scalp, so I'm not really sure if it works. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mr. Fernandez, for your reminder. Yeah, if you liked today's live, please press a good button. Thumbs up. All right, thank you. Thank you for your support and yeah, engagement as always. All right. I missed the Bollinger Band setup. Okay, so yeah, the Bollinger Band setup is 20 period, and I use the deviation 2. How do you know if it's not too late to ride on a trend? So you can tell by looking at the bigger time frames, right? So in this particular case, right, the Kumo has been moving down, right? Both the Senko span B, when you see Senko span B moving down, or even if Senko span B being flat like this way, as long as you see Senko span A is moving downwards and the Kijun Sen is moving downwards, this is a downtrend. So this is how you know if it's too late or not to ride on a trend. So as long as these lines, Senko span BA, Kijun Sen are moving down, right? There's no Kijun Sen in this chart, but if you see that Kijun Sen is moving down also, this is still a downtrend confirmation. Yeah. All right. The breakout is more important or Kijun Sen direction. It's actually depends on the market. Actually, sometimes the breakout is important, right? Because it might make the Senko span B, Senko span A, and Kijun Sen to move upward or downwards. Oh, you're trading on the AUDUSD, all right, Rizzo? Shorting it, okay, okay. From price action, daily chart looks like a reversal. For Ichimoku, how do you determine the reversal based on the smaller time frames? So yeah, I look at the Ichimoku. So yeah, the reversal signal can be captured by Ichimoku by looking at the twist, right? Twist of the Kumo, and also Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen twist, and also Chikou span breakout, right? And also the candlestick breakout might be the signal of the reversal, in this case to the downside here. So I will look at the chart, and also not only the Ichimoku, I usually look at the price action too. Right? In this case, looks like the highs has been resisted a couple of times here, or twice or 3 times in this area. So this might be a reversal to the downtrend. So Ichimoku, by combining with the price action, I usually capture the reversal, potential reversal, right? You see, sometimes I look at the candlestick patterns, like engulfing or doji candlestick or the pin bars, right? I look at them and capture the potential reverse of the downtrend in smaller time frames. All right, so everyone, please let me focus on the Bollinger Band, right? Bollinger Band walking today, okay? So let me pick up other charts, right? So let me just look at other charts and see how Bollinger Band walking has been working at that time. So right now, right, on this Euro USD seems to be flat in 4, right, as the price is retracing, and also Kumo has been flat, Senko span A retracing, and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen might be twisted here. Sorry, might be twisted here. So this might be the confirmation of the downtrend, or it might consolidate for a while, right? We cannot really be positive to its uptrend anymore. So in this case, I don't really look for buy or sell chance on this Euro USD. But before it was moving up, right? In the past, the price has been moving up. So let me pick up the time when it was moving up. So let me clip like somewhere here, right, somewhere here in this area to like this area. And let me go back to go down to like 15-minute chart, right? So in 15, between this candle, right, between here and here was uptrend, right? As you can see, this is uptrend, but the price does not go continuously uptrend, right? It should retrace backwards, go upwards, but should retrace and go upwards, right? Retrace and go upwards, and keeps keeps renewing the recent high upwards this way. All right, so let's see how the Bollinger Band walking was working at that time. All right, so let me take out the Bollinger Band. Oops, not this one. Let me take the Bollinger Band. Okay, and let me go back to that time in this 15-minute chart. All right, and I will show you how the 5-minute chart was looking like at that time too. Oh yeah, so if I change the time frame, the lines are gone actually. So yeah, let me take it to 4, and let me clip these areas like here to here, for example, and see how the Bollinger Band has been working at that time in 15 first of all. Alright, so 15-minute chart, the price has been moving up like this, right? So the Bollinger Band expand and squeeze, expand and squeeze, right? So I already talked about how you can, look for the trade chance in squeeze. So today I will talk about the Bollinger Band walking. So while it's uptrend, you only look for the buy chance, right? You never look for the sell chance, right? You only look for the buy chance in this particular market, right? That will be the primary condition. So while it's moving up, you can look at the squeeze, and also I look at the Bollinger Band walking. So in these areas, right, the price being above the 20 SMA and it keeps renewing the recent high along with this deviation too. Right, so these are what I called the band walking in these areas. Right, so based on the band walking, I look for the buy chance in these areas too. Does that make sense, everyone? So I draw a trend line in a smaller time frame, or sometimes I take the Fibonacci retracement and capture the potential retracement or pushback areas and take buys, right? Or if I see that the price has been bouncing off of this 20 SMA, that will be another confirmation to take buy. But as long as the price being above the Senko span, not the Senko span, sorry, the SMA 20 and moving upwards, this is upwards confirmation, right? So whenever you take buys here, right, you can only expect the price will be renewing the recent high, even upwards to this way. So, and that's why these are the great chance to look for the buy chance. And like I said, right, these are the places that can be time efficient, right? Because when you see that the Bollinger Band squeezing, you don't really know, right, how many minutes or hours it keeps squeezing here, like in this area. Right, this is a 5-minute chart, and I can see that the so this is a 15-minute chart, and I can see there are consolidation for a couple of hours here, right? So even if you take a buys on this area at the squeeze, right, to wait for the breakout, it might take for a couple of hours or a couple of days sometimes. But when it's uptrend, when it's uptrending, right, by looking at this band walking, right, it is going up, right? It is going up, and this is actually moving upwards all the way. So that's what I mean by, you know, being time efficient, because that's a very important concept to remember, right? So once again, you have to see that the up time frame, bigger time frame, should be uptrend, right? The Kumo's moving up, Senko span B, Senko span A, Kijun Sen moving up, right? That is a definition of uptrend in my own strategy. And while it's uptrend, sometimes you see retracements, right? Sometimes the price goes backwards against the trend in a smaller time frame, but it keeps renewing the recent high even upwards to this way, right? That will be the primary expectation here, okay? And while it's moving up, you want to be time efficient, right? Because sometimes the market keeps consolidating for a couple of minutes, hours, or days. So if I take a buy, and if it keeps consolidating for a day, then you know, you're not really making any profit on that day, right? So that is actually, you know, the way to take trades in you know, in a sufficient way, right? In efficiency. But as long as the price keeps going upwards this way, this is where you can take trades, you know, time efficiently. And that's why I wanted to introduce this Bollinger Band band walking, and these are the points that I usually, right, look for to look for the buy in this case, because the price is actually on the way to go upwards, so you can expect the price will be keep going upwards towards that direction of the major trend. Alright, so I will never look for the sell chance, right? Sometimes you see retracement in this area, but I will never look for the sell chance, because primary, right, on the bigger time frame, this is uptrend. So first of all, I will never look for the sell chance. I will only look for the buy chance, right? Where to buy, and where to buy is a question for me. And that's why I look at and I use these indicator and tools to capture the potential buy chance in that area in smaller time frames, so that my risk to reward ratio can be greater, right? My risk can be minimized, but my profit, right, can be maximized by doing that, by keep doing that. And whenever the price goes backwards, I, you know, ideally, you know, exit with a break even, or just 2% risk, I exit every time. But my expectation is that whenever there is a retracement in the market, right, the price should renew the recent high upwards. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't use the term should, right? I assume that the price keeps going upwards to this way because I can see that there is a uptrend in bigger time frame. And so the next question is when to buy, right? When to buy is my question, and these band walking are actually the best timing to buy, right? The pushbacks, what it's moving up, these were actually the great buy chance. So for example, let me pick up this one, right? So in this case, the price has been band walking while the 1 hour chart is moving up, right? And you can see that there is a bounce off of this 20 SMA. Whenever the price gets closer to 20 SMA, it tends to go upwards this way. So that will be one of the buying chances for you. Or you can draw the trend line. In this particular situation, drawing trend line might be a little bit difficult. So I don't think I will take the trend line. So let me take out a Fibonacci retracement, right? This is something that I talked over the Forex Tester for. But yeah, I will take the Fibonacci retracement, and if I see the low as this beginning of the uptrend on this smaller time frame, and when I see this potential high and the market starts to go downwards this way, I use this Fibonacci retracement and see where the price is going to be stopping potentially, right? So the price can be stopped at this 23.6%, 38.2%, or 50%, or 61.8%, right? That will be the potential pushback points. So whenever the price gets lower to this level, I look at the price action at that time, and in this case I see the engulfing candlestick here, so that will be the confirmation to buy, right? So that's something how I combine with this band walking with the Fibonacci retracement will be one of the things that I will be looking at. Yeah, and also I can look at the like I said that the Fibonacci extension will be another thing, right? If you can draw the Fibonacci extension, in this case, right, if you look at the swing low is actually here, swing low to the swing high here, you can see that the price might be resisted between target 1 and target 2. So if I foresee the future price move, then I can expect that the price might be stopped on this area. So yeah, if I were keep holding the buy positions here, then these were the potential target. So I can use that Fibonacci extension to capture, the future target levels that way too. But speaking of the pushbacks, right, I look at the candlestick patterns, right? This is engulfing, right? This is the engulfing candlestick pattern, right? The previous candle is engulfed by the next candle. So at the close here, I can look for the buy chance, like here too. So either way, right? I look for some kind of confirmation to take buy, right? By taking all these tools. So sometimes the stochastic might be gold crossing on the way up on this Bollinger Band. I will take that also for further confirmations. So yeah, and so this is how I try to capture the potential, pushbacks. But once again, my winning rate is not 100%, right? My winning rate is sometimes dropped down to like 40% or 50%, but still I make profit because I follow the trend, right? I follow the major trend, and I only expect the price to break the recent high upwards as long as the bigger time frame is uptrend. Alright, I hope you get the idea. Okay. Yeah, Bollinger Band squeeze, I already talked about it on the previous video, so you can watch that video, or I will talk about it in the future lives. Let me focus on the Bollinger Band expansion today. Extension. Yeah, I keep saying it expansion. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, you can if you want to capture the trend direction by Kumo, you can always look at review my KTS strategy. There's a playlist of KTS, so you can always look back the past videos and learn how to capture the trend by Kumo itself. Alright. Alright, and good to see you everyone. Good to see you. Okay. And right, so this is only one of the trading strategies for myself, right? So, and eventually I will talk about how I combine all these together to capture the potential buy chance or sell chance in my future lives. But today, right, today particularly, I wanted to focus on this Bollinger Band walking, and that's why I keep saying Bollinger Band walking, right, in this case. But for myself, right, I am not really taking trades only Bollinger Band walking. But this can be a great, one of the confirmations to capture the potential uptrend or downtrend, and that's why I decided to talk about this on today's live, as I keep getting so many questions about this band walking, how you can take trades, things like that by email. All right. Okay, so let's see. While band walking, when do you know the trend has ended? So the trend end can be captured by looking at the bigger time frame, right? So when you start to see the Kijun Sen being flat and Senko span relatively retracing, in bigger time frame, that will be the potential end of the trend. So I don't capture the end of the trend by band walking itself. In smaller time frames, right, the SMA 20 breakout can be the potential end of the uptrend. Right. So yeah, but that's only within this smaller time frame. Yeah. So I look at the bigger time frame trend and take trades. So yeah. So the stop loss should be below the recent low, as always. Stop loss should be below the recent low on these smaller time frames. Okay. Oh, Rizal, no problem, no problem. Yeah, yeah. That's because today I just wanted to talk about band walking, and that's why. Yeah, because sometimes, right, I can answer to your questions all day long. Yeah, basically I can answer to your questions all day long, and I can just keep talking about other strategies. But I think it might be better to just focus on one thing at a time, and move on, step by step, so that eventually you can capture the whole picture. And that's the purpose of this my KTS playlist. Right, and yeah, that's what I teach on this GTS course, practically. All right. Let's see. All right. Good to see you, everyone. Good to see you. Very informative. All right. Good to hear that. In lower time frames, 5-minute chart, you still have the Ichimoku on. Do you pay attention to that at all? If the market, well, actually, yeah, I don't really look at the Ichimoku, right? As I look at it on the way on the upper time frames. Yeah, so for example, I don't really pay attention to the Kumo in 5 or 15. Yeah, I look at the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Chikou span in 5 or 15, but most likely I don't really look at the Ichimoku, because for me, Ichimoku is to capture the bigger picture. So I prefer to look at it and use it in bigger time frames, right? I look at the Ichimoku trend or Ichimoku in range in bigger time frames to capture the whole picture of the market. But when it comes to taking trades, I prefer to use different tools and indicators to capture these edges. Yeah, that's a good question actually. That's a good question. If you find a pair brand walking without significant pullbacks from the band, would you stay enter? Most likely not. So yeah, most likely I will be looking at the bigger time frame, and if the bigger time frame is still uptrend, then yeah, I will be looking at the pullbacks. And if the bigger time frame suggests still it's uptrend, then yeah, I will still look for the buy chance. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Expansion is actually for Bollinger Band. Extension is for the Fibonacci retrace, Fibonacci extension. Yeah. I will get used to it. I will get used to it. Sometimes I say Bollinger Band extension. Sometimes I say Fibonacci expansion. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you get the idea, right? I hope you get the idea of what I'm talking about here. Yeah, on these English words, because yeah, almost all my knowledge is based on Japanese, right? I studied Forex in Japanese. Of course, I studied Ichimoku based on Japanese books, original books, and also all these like band walking, things like that are actually, based on the Japanese knowledge in myself. So I'm kind of translating for myself from Japanese to English, and when I try to do that, sometimes I mix up my mind. So yeah, please bear with me. I will get used to it. So Bollinger Band expansion, band walking, and Fibonacci extension. All right, I got that already. Yeah. So yeah, I still remember that the these terms like higher highs, lower highs were kind of tricky for me when I start to explain about that. Yeah. So I think I'm coming along. All right. Yeah, I will talk about those in future lives. Sure. All right. All right. Good to see you, everyone. Good to see you. All right. All right. Just a small question. When you find the trend in major time frame, and when you move into the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart to open positions, there must be a trend in these minors. Also, yeah, you can look at the playlist of the KTS, where I talk about Senko Span A, Senko Span B, and Kijun Sen, and how I combine all together. And basically, that's how I capture the trend in Ichimoku lines. So this is the diagram of how I capture the trend, right? So I look at the Kumo angle length and thickness, and I look at the Senko Span B and A and Kijun Sen to capture the trend. And when I see it's on the trend, that's somewhere that I, that's when I move down to the lower time frames to try to capture the potential edges. And one of the edges will be this Bollinger Band expansion. I said it right? Bollinger Band expansion. Yeah. What do you do when the daily Kumo is bullish but the hourly Kumo is bearish? I would wait for the 1 hour chart, 1 hour Kumo to be bullish, or I will take that hourly Kumo to be bearish, and I look at the smaller time frames to look for the sell chance based on the hourly bearish Kumo. Yeah, it's one of these. I think it's one of these. So yeah, that's where things get trickier, right? Because sometimes we see in one time frame it's uptrend, but other one it's downtrend. So which way should I take trades, right? That will be great. One of the major questions to ask yourself. So basically, I look at the chart. Every time I look at the chart, right, I just look for the trend, right? So on this one, right, Kumo is flat, so no trend to me, right? Although you might see that there is a downtrend on the way, because the Kumo is flat in 4 hour chart, right? I see that this is no trend, so this one I don't look at the chart, right? In the daily chart, right, daily chart Kumo is also flat, so there is no trend in the market, so I don't look at it anymore. But for example, USD-CAD, right? USD-CAD currently in the daily chart is moving down, as I explained to you earlier, right? USD-CAD is moving down because the Kumo is moving down after it twisted here. It's been moving down, right? And single span A moving down, Kijun Sen moving down too. So this is a downtrend, right? This is a downtrend. So this is somewhere that I start to look at the smaller time frames to capture the potential selling edges, right? So in this case, based on the daily chart, I only look for the sell chance, right? But what about this area? If you see the smaller time frames on this area, this is the uptrend, right? So let's take a look at the let's say 15. Well, 15 is not really moving up that much, but if you look at the 5, yeah, this is not quite a beautiful uptrend either. But in 5, yeah, this is, you can see that this is uptrend, right? Because this is the N wave, right? This is the N wave, and this is moving up right now. Kumo's moving up, right? Although this is too thin, but I can see that there is Tenko span A moving up and Kijun Sen moving up too, right? The price being above the Tenkan Sen, and also the gap between Chikou span and candlestick is quite wide here, right? So this is the uptrend in 5. But I don't take a trade in 5, right? I don't want to look for the buy chance, because in the daily chart, this is still downtrend, right? So that means that the price might be going downwards in the long term, right? So I would look for the sell chance in this case in 5. So that means that I will wait for some kind of retest and pullback and look for the sell chance, right? Sometimes I might be seeing the head and shoulders pattern and the price go downwards to this way. That will be a great sell chance by looking at this price action, right? Or you might see the Bollinger Band walking, right, to the downwards, right? The price might be going downwards all the way by the band walking. That would be a great timing to look for the sell. So I hope that explained your question. Okay. So let's see. What do you do when the daily... Oh, so I already answered that one. Alright, no problem. Okay, your English is very good. Okay, glad to hear that. I'm trying to you know, hang in there to explain everything that I know and how I take trades here. So I think I may have been the one that caused the confusion regarding extension expansion. Yeah, that's right, Maru-san. You're the one who pointed out. No worries. The words are just words, right? You know, in Japanese, we have thousands of words about the candlestick patterns, right? Sometimes there are like how to say that, graveyard, butterflies, or dragonflies, you name it, right? There are so many names of the candlestick patterns itself too. But I think the most important point is that the how you read the chart, right? And how you understand the chart, how you understand every single move of this market. So in that sense, this is my excuse, but I don't really, I'm not really here to be perfect on the words, but I just want to share the idea of how I take trades, how I look at the market. So, and hopefully you get the idea, right? So recently I am reading this another one, right? This Ichimoku Kinko-hyo. This is complete. It says this is Ichimoku Kinko-hyo in Japanese, and this one says complete. So I am reviewing this one. I think I've read already this one like 20 times in the past, but now I'm coming back to this book because I am preparing for the next book, right, on this Ichimoku community. So I'm reviewing it. And Goichi Hosoda actually talks about lots of things about Ichimoku in the market too. He's a Buddhism, right? He's a Buddhist, so he talks about some philosophies, and also he talks about of course the chart itself. He knows about the names, right, a lot. But sometimes I have to Google, sometimes I have to search in Japanese words because he writes the words in like old style Japanese, so sometimes it makes people difficult to understand what he's saying. But I think the most important point is to capture the concept itself. So so once again, right, I know that this is an excuse for myself, but hopefully you get the idea of what I'm saying, right, based on this Ichimoku Kinko-hyo original books every time I talk about Ichimoku. And also my own strategy too on Bollinger Band expansion, band walking. All right, so yeah, let's see. Bollinger Band is not really in Japanese. Well, actually, there are lots of people, lots of traders who use Bollinger Band in Japan. Yeah, but Bollinger Band is obviously not in Japanese. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Let's see. So it's been over. Oh yeah, 1 hour already. So I guess I will end the live anytime soon because I don't want to go over 1 hour because it will be, I think it will be making people to, making people difficult to, review these archives. So I will try to limit the live streams between 30 minutes to like 1 hour duration. And so I guess I will be ending the live anytime soon. But I hope you got the idea of the Bollinger Band walking today as a topic. And I will talk about the Bollinger Band walking and the squeeze and how I take trades based on these, this KTS strategy that I usually use to take trades. So if you're interested, you can always join the live, which I do every day. So again, here is the weekly program guide, right? So today the topic was basically based on my own strategy. So I didn't really touch on Ichimoku, but I was mainly focusing on the Bollinger Band, especially Bollinger Band expanding, right, and band walking. So and tomorrow I will talk about another great Japanese trader whose name is CIS. Right, I will talk about him. I read the books and also I was, kind of studying about him, his way of taking trades, strategies, and also his mindset. So I will talk about him tomorrow as the psychology part. So yeah, if you have time tomorrow, the same time, you can join always on my public live so that you can study about my YouTube channel here. All right. And later on, after the public live, there will be a Ichimoku membership live. So for those who are members, I will see you on the membership live tomorrow too. Alright, so once again, today is Happy Friday. So thank you for joining on my public live. Although this is a Happy Friday, I thought you were drinking and having fun with your friends. Yeah, so but thank you for joining everyone on my public live. So if you liked today's live, before you leave, please press a good button and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notified as I do these lives every day. And if not, I will upload a video instead, right? So that you can at least, study something, right, from my YouTube channel. Alright, so once again, thank you for everyone, as always, and stay healthy and stay gold. Bye for now. またね. Thank you.